mean, you know, we just heard that we don't really understand how the technology can be used. So, but the legislators really don't understand it. So what we're trying to do is guide the conversation that they're going to have about our industry. So what we did with social media, with our social media guideline, was to put in place something which quite a few people think goes beyond existing law. Certainly the Canadian data protection regulator thinks that it goes beyond existing law, but we think that when those laws were written, there wasn't social media. And so the laws were talking about publishing in a different way from the way that it's done now. So we were trying to help them think about how they might legislate. In the same way, in the mobile space, there's some very frightening conversations going on. I mean, Reg started this conversation by saying this morning, Blau showed something which is illegal. Well, maybe it won't be illegal in the future, which is the point that Greg is trying to make, that we are going to get used to living in a new world. So what we're trying to do with our self-regulation is to help a conversation with the legislators, with our industry, and help us get to a place where everybody feels comfortable. Now, to Yanni's point, that can look like we're holding ourselves back, and I don't think we're trying to do that. I think we are genuinely trying to feel our way to a place where there's a consensus. And Mark didn't talk about this, but the genesis of this guideline was the mobile people getting nervous about what legislation might do in the States and in Europe, and having a conference in Cincinnati in the summer, at which both Mark and Reg spoke, where they together kind of crowdsourced what's in this guideline. So there will be an opportunity for you to comment on this guideline when we finish here. This is just like, as it were, 1.0 of guidance. So anybody who feels strongly about this, by all means, make the points now, but you will also get a chance to comment later.
Over here.
Thank you. I'm Michelle Massey from Canada. I think it's a really good thing for the industry to be setting some parameters that will guide legislative efforts. On that front, what are you doing in terms of developing and liaising with different governments so that they can use our framework?
Well, I think Adam has kind of approached that a little bit. And to get to Mark's point, I think some of us believe, thinking of the two major markets being the EU and being the US, that while there's some disparity at the moment in the EU attitude toward privacy, we might characterize as being more progressive than what we have in the United States. When you look at some of the principles that